What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to a brand new video. The title is talking about my enemies since day one. So, it has now been 8 years of me being on YouTube. I've been starting YouTube back in 2014. It is now 2021. And I will say this, before we get in this video, I want to quickly explain something. When I say enemies, I mean these guys were bad guys back in the day, but now I can respect them and what they do. And everyone that I'm going to be talking about are people that I shouldn't be bringing up and people I shouldn't really do. But I'm like, fuck it, man, I'll bring it up because last month I actually got 5 to 6 comments about, like, I got 6 to 5 comments last month from videos from 4 years ago to 2 years ago about what happened with the friendship with this and that. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I try to not look at it, and it's just sitting there, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm making a video. So, that's what I'm doing today. Now, I've already explained to people, but I'm going to re-explain it, because, people don't search all the way through my videos, and that's fine, that's fine. But as I said, I still respect these guys, but there's a lot of things what went bad that we wish we could turn around and make it good again, but it just didn't work out, and then parents getting involved, and that's a bad thing when you have parents involved into fights and stuff. Now, if I ever get in a fight with my friend, I don't bring my parents up. I don't tell them, hey, I need help with this and that, okay? I really don't, okay? I can deal with a friend fight, get over it, move on, okay? It's pretty much the teenager's responsibility to work on their own things responsibly, and that's what you have to do in life when you have a friend who, like, goes at you for certain things. You kind of have to tell them to sit the fuck down. I'm talking directly at you. Well, not really directly at you. It'll be more of like a phone call and stuff, and just tell them, hey, look, like, you sort things out yourself. Don't bring your parents involved and stuff like that. I feel like you do that, that's when what bad things come. So I'm gonna talk about all the enemies from day one to today. So we'll start off with Skull Dragon, and you probably already knew that I was going to bring him up because he was the first person that I've ever had a YouTube fight with. But yeah, this was back in 2016, and when we first started talking, we were all good, we are all chill. I think then I was okay. When I back then, I was kind of an asshole. Okay, I was, you know, to my friends, I was real bad with my friends back then. I didn't really have a good friendship with either of them, but I made a video at the time I was watching PewDiePie, and I wanted to copy PewDiePie, where he stands up, he's talking about all this drama, and I kind of wanted to do the same thing. So this was back in 2016. Now, get this. I didn't know what copyright or guidelines were at the time. I was pretty young. It was 2016, and this was probably the third year of me doing YouTube, not knowing what guidelines are and copyright. Since 8 years have now been around, I understand it now because I've gotten copyrights, I've got banned with some games of random shit that I've really didn't have things for. Like if it was Call of Duty, I didn't get banned. I had to explain to people the day when I was shooting through a wood plank door on Warzone or something. People thought I was hacking, but I wasn't. You can shoot through walls in particular games like Counter Strike. You could shoot through timber slabs or a garage. You can shoot through those. Uh, but if people don't know that, you're a noob and you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, because I got hate that week because of that reason. But going back to the story with Skull Dragon, so it was 2016. I made a video on the Black Shadow channel, Black Shadow Ninja channel. I don't know where I got the name from. I think that year I was watching way too much Pokemon. But yeah, I stand up. I saw him upload a video probably a week ago. He made it, and he was making something about a V-Buck, like V-Bucks for Fortnite and all that. And people were in his comments like, "Oh, I would get the V-Bucks," and then he would comment back and be like, "Oh, I'm not gonna," And that's when I decided to make the video. And at the time, I was kind of stupid because I didn't understand a lot of things. So I made a video and said, you're a liar, you're not gonna get free V-Bucks, blah blah blah, stuff like that. When they made their video reacting to me, it was more of like dissing the fan than I did. I will say the fan was pretty slow at the time. I heard Loki say that. It was pretty funny. Um, but yeah, they told me, a lot of things, and then a lot of personal things came out of the other guys' mouths and stuff that kind of pissed me off. And then we kept going at each other for weeks on end. And then we said, you know what? We probably did this to get views and stuff. And back then, I was probably wanting to get subs and views. I wanted to get that. So me and Gregory are like, hey, is this YouTube? We can settle down. And so that's what we did. And then we became good for a couple of months, and then, well, the parents had to get involved, and yeah, we're going at each other for probably 6 to 8 months in 2016. Crazy amount of months of us going at each other, but at the time, I didn't realize that he was more of a YouTuber who does skits than gaming, so I didn't really understand the V-Bucks thing. With the V-Bucks, I thought he was being real about it, but he was being fake about it. But now you go back to his videos, and every video is a skit video to make people laugh. And I forgot, I didn't realize at the time when I made the video, so I was like, oh, okay. And now I can understand where he's coming from, because he's a YouTuber who doesn't upload as much. He does YouTube to do skit videos and stuff like that. So, and I look back and I'm like, shit. I definitely didn't really understand YouTube at the time, and if I did, I wouldn't have made the video, so I would have, stepped back and said, I understand. But back then, me being so young, didn't know what I was doing, and it kind of set flames with other YouTubers getting involved as well. That was his own friends. I didn't really take notice of the friends because, you live in Australia. I got friends who come at me for certain things. They call me a fucking idiot, this, that. You live in Australia, okay? There's gonna be a lot of, people like that, okay? I got friends who talk like Gregory's friends and stuff like that but I get used to that. It's 2021. You just move on. If someone be like, fuck you take that and you be like, let's do it again. Or something like that. It's like it's like when me and Ben, Dr. Ninja Ghost Rider, when we have fights, it's more like serious, but then we settled down like, yeah, well, hey, that's that. And he's like, yep. It's like that. So I get what they're trying to say, but then the parents got involved, and then that's when more things came along, and it was at first my mom, and then I think his brother or his cousin, and then just gone off at each other. You go to law because you made this video or this and that. At the point, I didn't really say anything to my parents because at the time I wasn't supposed to do YouTube. I was actually, because my parents they did not want me to be on YouTube. I'll tell you that. And I respect that. I respect what they said, but I was kind of young and I was being naughty and stuff like that. And I still upload videos from YouTube that I was not supposed to because my mom didn't want to be online. She didn't want me to make videos back then. Now she's watched a whole lot of YouTube that she now understands what YouTube is, and I think that's very cool. In another way, a lot of parents don't get that opportunity to sit in a living room with you and watch YouTube. A lot of parents don't really do that, so it's pretty cool. But at the time, she didn't really like me doing YouTube, so that's when she said, delete all your videos, delete the channel. And when Gregory made us, I don't know when this video was made, but he made another video saying that I deleted my channel because of him. It wasn't that. I didn't delete it because of Gregory or Skull Dragon. I deleted it because my parents didn't want me to be online ever again because of that reason of having fights online and stuff like that. That's how people go to jail and prison, and I now understand that it is a very bad thing in life to go through your whole life of dealing with fights and stuff online, and it's made up stuff, and I feel like that was kind of, it wasn't really Gregory Skulldragon's fault. The only fault that he really did was call me all these names and stuff like that, but that wasn't really him. It was more of his friends who were doing it. But I get what the friends were trying to do. They were trying to protect Gregory, and It's like if it was me and a friend and we didn't really know this other guy and he wanted to come at us, that's when the whole gang would go up against that. So I understand that reason. And I respect his friends because of doing that. I think that was really good that his friends stepped up with Gregory to do that. Because yeah, if that was me and a couple of other my friends, if this one dude was trying to pick on us, would all go at him, So that's what Gregory's friends were doing to Gregory to look after and make sure nothing, as in like an online fight kind of way, but it was kind of stupid. But yeah, we did that for a couple of months, and then we're like, yeah, it's just YouTube. Let's just, I don't even think we're friends at the time. We're just content creators, doing our thing. So a couple of months, we're just talking, FaceTime and all that. A couple of months later, and then parents get involved, and then we had to split forever because of it. Having parents, you know, in a situation that you've already handled, you've already done. Yeah, uncle and my mom were going at it, and then from both of our ends, we had to delete the videos. Gregory had to delete all the reactions that he did on me. I had to delete all pretty much. I think I did like 1,000 videos at the time, and that's when I had to delete all of those videos. And Gregory only deleted uh, the reactions and the talking videos about me. And then we split up, and that was never again. So that was probably the first ever fight. And today, I do respect Gregory. I respect his content. I think it's really good. And yeah, and I just wish that I could go back in time and actually not make that video because I feel like me and Gregory would have been like good content friend creators. Uh, Now it's probably like that thing that we just move on in life and stuff like that. So that's what happened with Skull Dragon, and that was probably the first fight we've ever had, and first fight actually from me. First ever YouTube fight I've ever had was Skull Dragon. So, but yeah, we actually worked things out at the end, and then parents got involved, and then it just flipped around, and we just got rid of contacts and stuff like that, and split up. It was my fault because I did make that video, and I feel like that's other people are gonna be like. People who are going to be on my side are going to be like, no, you weren't the one who started it. But yeah, I was. I was the first one who started. But yeah, Gregor, if you're watching this, I respect you. Hopefully you do well on YouTube and just continue what you're doing on the platform and keep making them good content. And yeah, move on from that. Okay, so that's Skull Dragon. The second fight on YouTube was at the time in. This is weird. This was 2017, a year later. I was friends with another YouTuber at the time. He was called Tier the Hidden Goat. He was a PUBG, Call of Duty mobile content creator who would only upload mobile videos. He hooked me up. We were playing some PUBG for a bit. The first ever day we met, we actually ran. Well, we actually came across each other in one game. I killed him, and he was like, "God damn, Diffuse killed me." And at the time, it was like dealing with back then. I was really good at PUBG, so Tr was pretty like he was. I would say Tr was more at the time he was good, He was the same pace as what I was, and we were like battling at each other. Both of us landed. This was the first time we met. We both landed in the same area. I think it was where was it? It was I'm trying to think where we landed. It was near. I'm just gonna say military. We landed. Both of us met at military. This was PUBG Mobile, by the way. The first ever glimpse of Diffuse versus Tio the Goat. So we landed at military. He was on the right side, I was on the left side, and then we came and clashed, and we started shooting at each other crazy and stuff like that. And then he had to reload, and I got him in time because I had a scar with a dot scope, and at the time it was fun. Then both of our chats are going crazy because like my chat was saying, "Yo, you just killed Tier," and then Tier's chat was like, "You just killed Diffuse," and so that was 2017 crazy fight. That's what actually blew up my channel a bit with subs and views. Is when we first met. Now Tier was already doing PUBG since the beginning, like I did. So we clashed, we battled it out, and then after we both reacted to the spectate of everything. I watched TR's clip of when he got killed by me, and then TR watched the clip where he died from me. So that's what happened. And then we linked up. He said his Discord, and I was like, "Oh, you're sick." And then we linked up. I called him. We were playing PUBG for so many months on end. And then yeah, well, the best. Probably the best team we've ever had. I don't think TR knows me anymore. It's been that long. TR doesn't upload as much now these days, so that kind of sucks because if he was still doing the Call of Duty and PUBG, would probably be playing right now. So yeah, I think the only thing that we had a fight was with when he accidentally banned me the day I said hello to him, and he got real pissed off and banned me. And then I made a video about it in 2017 about, oh, you banned me, TR. I'd like to get it unbanned. Uh, so yeah, that was the only fight we ever had, was when he was like, "Stop commenting that, Diffuse," and then he just banned me, and then yeah, and then I just I went on his Discord and I was banned from the Discord too. I was like, "What the fuck did I do?" So I was kind of weird, and I was a big fan of TR back in the day. I was chilled out, we were all having fun. I don't. At least I didn't meet any of his friends because that would have been a plot. I would have joined a Discord with Tio when Tio would have been there, and things wouldn't be good. So yeah, it that was that. He banned me. I was kind of pissed off. I made a video and said Tio, this and that. This was 2017, and yeah, he banned me. I was pissed off. I made a video and said, Tio, you banned me for no reason. And so a couple of days later, he unbans me. And I said, thank you, I appreciate it, and I don't want to play with you ever again because things could badly happen in the future. And I said to him, I don't know if he received the message or not on Discord. I said we can't be playing if we're going to be arguing and stuff like that because of the ban that I got for no reason. So that happened, and I said we just can't make videos anymore because of what happened. And at the time, after everything, I had more views and more subs than him, and Tier was just going down. He's down the hill while I'm up the tippity top of the mountain, boys. I'll say that. So that fight wasn't really a yelling fight. It was more of a through videos kind of a fight where it's like you make a video about pissing off this other guy, and this other guy's like, oh, it's like a something like that. But yeah, Tier banned me. I wasn't really happy. He made a video about it, and then things twisted, and we just never played again. We just never got to that starting point and stuff like that. And yeah, people were kind of pissed and sad that we weren't playing anymore. But that was 2017. I mean, it's now 2021, and I'm still doing content. I'm still doing my thing, and it was pretty good. But yeah, Tier, if you're out there, I appreciate what you did. Uh, and hopefully you'll succeed in YouTube. So yeah, but that's what happened with Tier. Now, again, the time was very. It took probably what was it, 2017? So probably I'd say 2 years later. Well, 3 years actually. Last year was the year that I had more fights with other YouTubers. I kind of didn't really meet anyone or be friends through 2018 and 2019. Those 2 years were pretty quiet, and I just made my videos and made content for the channel, and it was really good. 2020, 2021 came along. It was the year that I got the PlayStation 4, and I did so many live streams. And then Crazy Guy 21, who was Gas of Sundown, who was Luke Myers, who wanted to play with me on Fortnite, and we started playing Fortnite and stuff like that. And by then, me and Crazy Guy 21 had some fights. It was about a Fortnite thing. It was more of you're being a bot, you're a bot, you're a bitch, you're a bot, you're a dumbass, you're a bot. It got on for a couple of months, and then I think 1 month later, we were all good. We were all like respecting each other and stuff like that. Uh, It was weird because I went to Crazy and then I went to Danner. Now Danner was a viewer of mine, but he was a mean viewer. He would Danner would come to the chat and be very rude. I actually banned him. He can't see this video and he can't see the channel. I banned him, I suspended him, I expelled him from the channel because Danner was pretty racist in the chat. He was very rude and very wrong. He said I made 1,000 accounts to sub to my own channel, but you can't make 1,000 accounts on YouTube. You can only make probably 10 and that's it. On mine, I only have 3. 2 of the bots accounts for the Nightbot and the GGX mod, and this channel, what's the Diffuse. But yeah, he came in my chat very rudely, and he did it for weeks on end. I just ignored him, but he just kept getting worse, and he kept spamming a lot of really rude and very bad, meaningful words to me, and I decided to block him and get rid of him. And that was probably the only time we we fought. It was actually only in one live stream that happened, and so I banned him. I got rid of him, and Danner is gone. But then there was another thing. Uh, yeah, through that, I was doing some live streaming, still doing live streaming. After Danner, who was a viewer of mine who was very rude, I banned him. I got rid of him. Now he's gone. And then me and Crazy Guy a couple of months later had some more arguments, but this time Crazy Guy 21 made a Fortnite live stream at 12 p.m. at night and met a dude called Mighty G. They were friends for a very long time, and then that's when I joined in. We were having so much fun a couple of months later, and we had a big falling out. I go to his chat, we were all doing jokes, and he, I said, haha, because someone in the chat, one of the mods was actually pretty funny in the chat. I said, haha, that's pretty cool, mod. And then Mighty G goes off his nut, bro. He starts yelling at me. He's doing all this and that, and I'm like, dude, it wasn't at you. It was at one of your viewers who were making a joke, and it was really funny. I wasn't. It wasn't direct. The joke wasn't directly at him, but he thought it was. So I had to explain, no, it wasn't. And then he just got really at the point that he was yelling and screaming so loud that he was smashing his table and shit. And at the point, we're just sitting there like, what the fuck? So that's when Mighty G and me had a fight. I come back online the next day. Well, actually, it was nighttime, and I had to go online, and I was yelling at him because I was like, I wasn't talking to you, Mighty. I was talking to someone else in the chat. And then that's when my family told me to go to sleep that night. I had to just say, you know what, Mighty, talk about this tomorrow. Okay? He was swearing at me, and I decided to yell back and stuff like that. This was on live stream, by the way. And yeah, at the time I just left, and he was still talking shit throughout the night, and it really bothered me at the point that I was just done with him. So I told him I don't want to, talk to you again. But then after Christmas, I just come back and I just apologized to him, and I'm like, hey, sorry about what happened. Didn't mean it. I hope you have a good Christmas. I didn't want to be that asshole and be like, fuck you, Mighty G. I kind of want to be a good bloke for once and be like, you know what? I'll just let him win for the day and just let him, you know. But a lot of things I was saying was true, and a lot of things he was saying was wrong. So I just said, you know what? I'm not fighting with this dude. Just let him think whatever. So I decided to go back at him and be like, you know what? Merry, because at the time it was Christmas, and I was like, Merry Christmas. Hopefully you have a good time with your YouTube in your life and have a good one. And then we versed for the very last time. He beated me. This was the time I wasn't really playing Fortnite. I was playing more of Warzone. I was really bad at Fortnite at the time, and he beated me. And I said, "Congrats, GG, and have good on YouTube, my dude." And he was like, "Yep, you too." So me and Mighty G became friends after. There was probably still not really any connection with friendship between me and him anymore. Uh, and there we go. We split like that easy. And yeah, he was really fun, but it just you know it was that kind of fight that we didn't really expect, and I dealt with it, and now it's done, and me and Mighty G have just left. But yeah, with that said, um, yeah, that, and we just left it at that. And then I had another person like Panda. Panda wasn't really a he was actually always on my side, and I appreciate that. Um, the only fight we had was probably the Fortnite thing where we versed, and then I had more points than him, and I said I had more points, and I beated Panda, and I made it as a title. I made a Fortnite title saying I beated Panda in a 1v1 battle box fort thing, and Panda wasn't really happy with it. He said something under the line saying that wasn't the rule or something, and that's when I said back that it was, and you lost, and yeah, and then we split as well. If it was White Hammer, he was jackass, man. He was just he was like Mighty G, but even worse. He was yelling, screaming, carrying on. He kept saying a lot of lies and a lot of things that just made no sense. And then I just said, you know what, White Hammer, like I still have him in contacts. Actually, no, I don't. I banned him. I don't want to have a friend who lies 24/7. Like I'm not that type of dude who would have a friend as a liar. And I would say Whitehammer was never a friend of mine. He was a friend of Luke's, but not mine. He was a complete jackass. He was probably the worst out of all of them. Okay? He would join in the live stream, be so racist, and then he would be such stupid, and then he would be nice, and then he would be like, oh, I'm going to be nice, but then I'm also going to be rude. And I'm like, that makes no sense. And one night we called, and he kept calling me an asshole, an idiot, an F word, another F word. And I just said, hey, well, F you, F your life, fuck you, piece of shit, motherfucker, don't call me again, little P word guy. And then I banned him, and then we never talked. With it being Crazy Guy, we've had arguments for the past couple of years now, and we come back now and then, and we're all good. So, Crazy Guy 21 is, I wouldn't say he's the best, but he's okay, you know? But yeah, and that's pretty much all of the fights, and all of those fights happen in every year besides 14 and 15 and 18 and 19. Those 4 years were probably no fights. It was just YouTube, me making content. So those other years were the years that I had YouTube drama and all that. But I will say, um, for my respect, I'm not gonna be ending this video and saying fuck yous, you doofus. I'm actually gonna do the right thing, and I respect everyone. I respect Danner. He actually had his honesty. I respect Skull Dragon, Panda, Mighty G, Whitehammer, and Crazy. I want to say this to Danner. Danner, I know you're a viewer of mine, but if I see you ever in my chat, you can be welcome to say anything in my chat, but you will be banned. Get the fuck out of here, Danner. You kidding me? Skull Dragon, hopefully YouTube goes well for you and succeed. Uh, just saying it because, you know, I when I see drama on YouTube, I think it's all bullshit now these days. Or yeah, I just want to say my shout outs to Crazy Guy 21, Whitehammer, Mighty G, Panda, Skull Dragon, not Danner. I'm gonna get rid of that. Danner never been heard again. Who the hell is a Danner? Is that one of my viewers who are kind of rude in my chat? I don't know who he is, so we'll just get rid of him off the list. But Crazy Guy 21, Whitehammer, Mighty G, Panda, and Skull Dragon. We've had our beef throughout the years. I want to say good luck on YouTube, and just do well and keep it up, and just do YouTube, do content. Don't have fights with other YouTubers. Do your thing, do your content, whatever content you want to do, and just good luck. And yeah, do that and so. That's it, chat. Hope everyone enjoyed. Leave a like. I'm not going to be an asshole in this video and be like, fuck yous. I'm going to respect them and say respect. We'll leave it to that. Never. This is actually going to be the last video that I'll ever talk about these guys again. And I promise, I'm never coming back to this. I'm going back to my content starting tomorrow, and we'll start it by then. But yeah, chat. Leave a like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, chat.